welcome to your second scoop of Ice Cream Man, which you're probably questioning why I'm even doing. Have questioned that myself. Definitely questioned why I even bothered sitting through the film in the first place. But like I mentioned in the cinema foyer on Friday afternoon, I just wanted the term ice cream somewhere on my YouTube channel, and I got it. Also, the thumbnail's fucking hilarious. It's basically a snapshot of me on Friday afternoon when I was walking home post-film. A Mr. Whippy van pulled straight out in front of me on someone's close. I was like, for fuck's sake. You know, it's just one of those moments. One of those post-film. So, Ari Millen. I couldn't get over how brilliant he was. He is utterly astounding in Ice Cream Man. Sadly, he doesn't get enough, there's not enough screen time. It's more the kids going absolutely batshit than him. And he's just an absolute caricature throughout. His facial expressions. Not only does he walk around in this sort of like triangular hat with a squeaky clean image, bright white apron, bow tie, and it's all in the face. A squint of his eyes and like a gentle smile that just really brings the character to life. I was really, really surprised at how bloody brilliant he was, but how incredibly shit the rest of the film is. So yeah, the only way I can describe him really is that, because there's a bit towards the end of the film where something happens and he goes all like sort of pantomime-esque. I swear the guy must be some sort of like mime artist or have like training in circus or something. Just his physical element, his posture and his mannerisms, he's great. But yeah, it's like Ghostbusters when Stay Puft, the Marshmallow Man, is sort of strutting through New York, and he's got that big like wide-eyed, wide mouth smile on his face and he's all happy, and then the Ghostbusters start lasering at him, and then he just goes from like sort of like the gaping open-mouthed horror. There was echoes of that from there, and it's sort of it's so creepy, it's kind of sad. He's just excellent, truly, and he reminded me a bit of Damon Herriman, who played amazingly Mr. Punch in 2019's Judy and Punch, all about the the puppeteering. That's the thing. This guy Ari. He's like it's something puppetry about him, and fantastical. It's great. Now, what I didn't touch on, actually, I realised in my Cinema Foyer reaction, was the story itself. So it's basically a revenge tale. The Ice Cream Man has been shat on, basically, by locals. And he strikes a deal, sells his soul, and then basically becomes like an eternal ice cream man, just wheeling around, dishing out the dairy and sending the kids absolutely fucking feral, darting around, killing their parents. I don't want to ruin it. You probably won't even want to watch it, but it's a revenge story. Imagine like Freddy Krueger as an ice cream man would be logistically, technically kind of impossible. It would slip straight through his claws as he was trying to serve it, but it's that kind of thing. The character like returns to seek revenge on the locals. So yeah, it's twisted, and not very good for people's IBS either. As I said, the ice cream that sends the kids batshit. I mean, there's a sort of there's a novelty there. They've all got weird, twisted little names, and the kids themselves. There are one or two who do stand out. The sort of ringleaders, I suppose, of like all the swarms of kids. They're very good if they're not AI, because as I mentioned at the cinema, Eli Roth apparently used a lot of AI in Ice Cream Man. I couldn't tell which, but I think it's a number of the children, because their faces aren't quite right. They're almost like cartoony. They are also like very caricature. It reminded me a lot of as they're darting around. There's a movie I saw years ago. In Manchester, I think. Is it Mum and Dad? Spelt the classic American MOM, like Mom and Dad. Selma Blair and Nicolas Cage. They are absolutely fucking crazed in it. It is horrible. It's a really twisted film. It's basically exactly the same thing, but in complete reverse. So something happens, like naturally, that sends all the parents like crazed and against the children. So it's about the parents turning on kids, and you've got like Nicolas Cage darting around with a baseball bat. Selma's going after her kids, trying to like beat the shit out of him and stuff. It's really fucking sinister stuff. It's horrible. But they are brilliant in it. If you can get to see mum and dad, definitely do. There's echoes of that here. There's also an element borrowed of Weapons. I think Eli Roth was a fan of the ending of Weapons, especially because as the kids are darting around like in Weapons, tearing Aunt Gladys apart. A number of scenes during Ice Cream Man are basically exactly the same thing. So yeah, there's borrowed concepts, but yeah, it's that's the thing. Ari, again, as mentioned previously, is the best part of this film, and the only best part of this film, because the rest of it is appalling. It really is. So you've got, I mean, there's all that sort of, Halloween meets Haagen-Dazs style. I say that because it's like Michael Myers. You know how he strolls? He doesn't chase his victim. He just walks. And that's like the Ice Cream Man. He's sort of like just prancing around the streets with the kids following him. It's really, it's that kind of enemy that you're dealing with. And, apart from him, this film, it's just appalling. It's really, really bad. The scene transitions, most of the screenplay, the energy in it is just not right. It is an absolute steaming pile of piss. What can I say? And that does sound quite contradicting because, I'm sort of shining a light on how brilliant the main actor was, but he was the only part. To be honest, you'll never look at an Ice Cream Van the same way again. I certainly didn't. Do you know what? The day after, on Saturday afternoon, just gone, I was walking through Halifax. It's gorgeous over there, really, really is. And I went for a coffee. But unfortunately, everywhere I turned, there was a fucking Ice Cream Van, wasn't there? Everywhere I looked, there were kids and parents just like gorging on fucking like double whipped cones, like mint choc chips, like and I'm just like, just don't. It was, this movie obviously affected me, but yeah, this is certainly, the Ice Cream Man is certainly a D-list, maybe even I would go as far as H-list movie. It's one of them sort of like Wrong Turn, The Gallows, which was proper fucking weird. Those sorts of, those movies that you catch on like maybe a random weekend away. When you visit a different part of the country that you've never been to, like Newcastle, I suppose, for me. Never been to Newcastle. Really want to go, just haven't managed to make it up the train track. Yeah, you're in a different part of the country and you fancy a flick. You head to the nearest cinema because you've got a few hours before dinner, and you just plonk yourself down and watch some batshit pile of shit that you'd never watch again, that does have a striking performer in it who you wish you could just pluck from the film and put in a different one. It reminds me of that. It's one of those randoms. There's a weird smell in the auditorium. Someone a few seats down's got like a leafy perfume on. You're surrounded by people who are grown from a completely different culture. You're embracing the obviously Newcastle lifestyle, and you just catch a random film in a random place, like on an airplane. It's one of those, Ice Cream Man. It's just, it is shocking. It really is. The action, the aggressive, just disgusting violence, the way the kids go against the parents and all the rest of it is just, it's shocking to the core. If you're a fan of, I must mention, if you're a fan of the gruesome, like prosthetics wise, you're in for an absolute treat, bigger than a 99, because you've got like proper graphic, like heads coming off, fucking torsos pulled apart, kids using large intestines as skipping ropes, that kind of stuff. Yeah, you'll be in your glory. All right, so yeah, it's one of them. But yeah, as I said, Ari Millen, he wins absolutely hands down for me. The facial expressions, his mannerisms, he's like a pantomime magician. He's just excellent, truly. But yeah, I would avoid this film at all costs.